but Mike Schur is here to judge. Stugotz came in here proudly with the nickname Jimmy Blockets because it's not often you see Devin Booker blocked at the buzzer.
Yeah, well, as many media people made the distinction last night in the postgame presser with Bam, that's not technically a buzzer-beating block because he got another shot off after that. Bam was like, I don't want to hear any of that. By the way, he's back to being Bam.
Really?
He was certainly Bam.
He was Bam last night.
He was Bam that game.
Fourth quarter was incredible from Bam.
Man, that's Bam. That's Bam right there.
30 and 10.
Monday night Bam.
You gave it to him because you haven't called him Bam. How long has it been since you called him Bam? You have now given him the highest praise that you can be giving, which is you are no longer calling him Idris, or is it just a one-night thing?
Day to day. We're day to day. So today?
Today's Bam.
Today's Bam.
Yep.
Are you ready to do your stat of the day, Mike Schur? Because I want to do it, but I want to get you in the proper mood before we start because I don't know why exactly Stugotz and Mike Ryan are giddy, but they want to sort of tickle you here with something that has made them very excited, and they haven't told me what it is.
It's a strange connection point, Dan and Mike. Mike Ryan has a list. I have a list. Two dueling top fives. A very strange connection point. It is top 5 Blue Jays that make you smile only because Chris Cody was just in Toronto. That's it. I mean, that's the connection right there.
That's the
Great. Let's do it.
That's the news peg to this.
Yes.
Chris Cody went to Toronto. Top 5 Blue Jays that make you smile. You have 2 different lists on this?
Yeah, we have 2 different ones.
I have my list. Mike has his list.
Yeah,
yes.
You're kind of dismissive of this list, and I guarantee you, by the middle of this list, you're going to be beaming.
Yep.
Number 5, Stugotz.
Dave Stieb. Sir David.
He's a very good pitcher, and
he makes you smile.
And that's 80s.
Look at Mike Schur already holding back that smile.
Is that 80s Blue Jays, 90s Blue Jays?
Dave Stieb is a pretty first thought Blue Jay that makes you smile. I'm like, it's not a bad opening salvo, but I'm not. So far, I've yet to truly smile.
Number 5, Mike Ryan.
Vinny Cholk.
Sure,
got him.
Sure loves
That's
funny.
laugh.
Sure, how many funny names have you put? How many athlete names have you put in your work? Because
I mean, hundreds. Like Chris Iannetta was
oh my
used
God,
in,
great one.
Parks and Rec. Yeah. Ross Detweiler, I worked into an episode at some point. Like, there's been a lot.
Mike, we had a conversation off air, Amin and I, about the song I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. And I posited that the scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Andy Samberg leads a group of 5 suspects in singing that song was the moment that song broke through from being sort of 90s nostalgia to being a major part of the culture. Would you take credit for that?
I can't take credit for that, sadly, because I wasn't actively working on the show at the time. But I feel like that song was an instant classic. Like I don't. I know,
but there was sort
maybe
of
it was
like
resurrected by that or something.
Yeah.
Is that what
right.
you're saying?
There was sort of like if you liked that song, there was an irony to it.
It was a little corny, right? Like that's the plastic pop thing, and then at some point it ceased to be corny, and everybody of all walks of life could just embrace singing it out loud wholeheartedly in a bar. It's kind of like what Party in the USA is now. When it came out, I was like, it's Miley Cyrus. I don't listen to that. But now, if you sing that in a bar, everyone sings along, and there's no stigma to it. And so we thought that the Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode was the moment where it was destigmatized for everyone to just, hey, I love that song. I don't care what you think about me.
I'm happy on behalf of Dan Gore and all the folks who ran that show and were on that show. I'm happy to take credit for that. So, yes, you're right. That was when it happened.
Was Roy Hibbert the one who was dying to be on Parks and Rec?
Yeah, he was on Parks and Rec. He was in like 3 episodes.
And he reached out to you, or how'd that work?
Yeah, David Falk called me on the phone. I was in my office, and I got it. My assistant came in and said, like, someone named David Falk is on the phone for you. And I was like, okay, that's a coincidence. I picked up the phone, and he said, hi, this is David Falk. I'm an NBA agent. I represent Michael Jordan. And I was like, no, I know who you are. You represent Michael Jordan. I'm familiar with your work. And he said, I have a weird request for you. Roy Hibbert, the center for the Indiana Pacers, is a big fan of the show and wants to be on the show. And I was like, we had just finished a season. And I said to him, so here's the deal. We just finished a season, and we won't start planning for the next season for a while. But I can personally guarantee you right now that I will figure out a way to get Roy Hibbert on the show. and then we just wrote him into like 4 episodes.
Deserved it. Yeah.
You asked
No.
the question. That's not a good use of Look at Me,
See
Louie.
what's happening
You
here?
deserved it.
Asked the question.
I sense it too, Mike. Go ahead.
They've taken our list from us.
Yeah.
Number 4,
The
Stugotz.
smile that was washed upon all our faces when I said Vinny Cholk is now gone. Long
Number
gone.
4, Stugotz.
Kelly Gruber.
That's got to be on the list. That's got to be
It's
on
a
the
great
list.
name.
This is not a good list without Kelly Gruber. No question.
Great hair, great third baseman, or not. Number 4,
Sal Fasano.
it's good. It's a good list. Number 3, Stugotz.
Rance Mullenix.
It's a funny name.
Again,
Indisputably
can't have this
funny
list without
name.
Rance Molinek. Absolutely agree.
Drew a
Number
golf clap from Mike.
number 3, Mike Ryan.
Rod Barajas.
They're all great. They're all
Superb.
great. He had a World Series for the ages.
He did.
Looking around, I see a lot of
5
smiles.
homers. He did.
Barajas,
A lot of
backup
smiles.
catcher hitting home runs. Number 2,
Jess is fighting it.
She has no idea what we're
I got
talking
2 more
about.
to get her.
Number 2, Stugotz. You will not make Jessica laugh.
Jesse Barfield.
Great.
Number 2, Mike Ryan.
Ed Sprague.
Good names. Number 1, Stugotz.
Lloyd Mosby.
Number 1, Mike Ryan.
Frank Catalanato.
Oh, wow.
Just excellent.
No Hinsky. I mean, big damage.
It's a tough OLI. This one was really hard.
Time now for
Buy Adam Lind.
Wait. Can I do my top 5
Yes,
list?
yes, go,
Which is
go,
make you
go,
smile?
It's all about.
Now he's literally taking our list from us.
I'm going to only do the Gruber. A lot of those guys would be on my list, but I'll do a top 5 list of guys I didn't hear. You ready?
number 5, Mike Schur.
Graham Lloyd.
Oh, good one. You are good. You're
Look how
good.
he's so happy. Number,
Stugotz, I told you, Lloyd's a funny name, man.
I know.
you got 2 Lloyds
Lloyd
in
Mosby.
here.
I
We
mean,
got
I got
Lloyd
it.
Mosby and Graham Lloyd. Number 4,
Pat Henke.
Wow.
we got Mose too. That's right. Number 3,
Paul Spoljaric.
Exceptional.
He's
I
good.
could pronounce it.
He's
I mean,
good. He's good. Did RDC and Franco ever play for the Blue Jays? Number 2,
Homer Bush.
Oh, my God.
OLI for me. That's a good one.
What a list.
and finally the number 1 Blue Jay name that will make you smile.
Vernon Wells.
Look how proud he is.
Jess is smiling.
He's like a freestyler. He's just like, I can do this whenever. That's how good I am at this. You want to try me on names? Watch this.
90s Blue Jays names? Are you kidding me? This is where I live, baby.
You are such a dork. Stat of the day. Let's do it.
Start of the day, start of the day, it is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day, it is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day, it is your start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day, it is your start of the day.
It is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Congratulations to the 1972 Dolphins. Those haters. Still the only undefeated team in NFL history. And if they played this year's Houston Texans, they would lose 84-0.
It's a made-up stat.
Pretty sure.
It's not a real
No, it's
stat.
not.
That's
It'd be-
true.
it'd be
That's
not a real
fact.
stat.
He's right, though.
That's
I
a
mean,
fact.
It'd be more
Pretty
than that.
sure that Laramie Tunsil could block the entire 72 Dolphins defensive line
He
by himself.
outweighs Larry Little by 130 pounds.
Here's your stat, though. Last night, the Washington Commanders, who knocked off the Eagles, 49 rushes, 3.1 yards per carry. Matt Ryan on the season, 16 rushes, 3.1 yards per carry. The Commanders beat the undefeated Eagles with their whole team rushing like a bunch of Matt Ryans.
Football, baby. We all had that last night, right? We all had Washington storming into Philadelphia to beat the undefeated Eagles. That's poor wording by me.
You're saying it pretty well, though. I mean,
We weren't doing favorite BJs.
oh, my God.
BJ
I'm in.
Surhoff.
BJ Upton.
Upton.